Good morning, Methacton, and welcome to the Aubrey and Shay Show. I'm Shay.
And I'm Aubrey. Today is Thursday, January 15th, and an F Day. Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by a pledge to the flag.
Welcome back to the QC. I'm Jasmine James. Now let's get to today's question. 1 in 10 drivers have encouraged these hazards every year, leading to 3 billion in car repairs annual, according to AIA. What are these harassments? Send those answers to questioncorner@methacton.org. Now back to the desk.
There will be an informational off-season baseball meeting for all interested students after school today in the LGI. If you are a member of a winter sports team, then do not miss your practice or game to attend this meeting. Students who cannot attend should see Coach Spiewak in the East Wing office on Thursday or Friday. Boys lacrosse players, coaches, and parents will meet on Thursday, January 22nd to discuss the upcoming season in the LGI at 7 p.m. Students interested in playing for the team in the spring are encouraged to attend with their parents to learn about the program. Looking way ahead, girls spring track and field will meet on February 10th at 2:30 in the LGI. All athletes are expected to attend, including girls interested in joining the team. Girls unable to attend must contact Coach Markley at smarkley@methacton.org prior to the meeting.
Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors interested in doing play-by-play and/or color commentary at the boys and girls basketball game should contact Mr. Clark at wclark@methacton.org. The opportunities are limited, however, if you'd like to try your hand at taking hoops live on Hoodle, then you'll want to reach out. Element, MHS's creative arts magazine, is accepting your submissions. See your English teacher or art teacher for the link to submit. Element accepts poetry, short stories, excerpts of novels, and creative and personal essays. We accept photography, graphic design, photos of ceramics, and any art form. We also accept performance art videos, including music, dance, and film shorts. Get your work published in the Element 2026. All submissions are due early February. See Mrs. Vanderkoss in C202 for more information. High-performing students interested in STEM are encouraged to apply for a remote internship with Girls Code the World. Interns work on real projects, collaborate with teams, and build skills for college and future careers. Applications are due February 1st. Check Google Classroom for details. And now let's get that answer.
And the answer was pause. The winners were Haley, Griffin, and Dill Palmer. Now let's get back to the desk.
On a blowout night for Minithon, the boys basketball team had a big win over Phoenixville on Wednesday. We'll leave you today with highlights from that game as well as post-game interviews with Wes Robinson and Coach Lockard. And from the entire Warrior News team,
have a great day, Methacton.
Wes, 21 points. They all came in the second half. What happened at halftime?
I don't think anything happened at halftime. I missed a couple shots, and I've had games like this where I wasn't too hot in the first half, first quarter, whatever it is. So I just kept my energy up there. I had to see that first shot go in. That was good.
And you, at some point, just continued to shoot the threes, and you continue to make them. What can you tell? How are you feeling at that point? What can you tell me?
I mean, it's an amazing feeling, especially my last couple games. I haven't really been hitting my threes, but they've all felt good. So I just knew that if I kept shooting, eventually it's going to fall.
You guys have just one loss in pack play. How do you continue it throughout the next couple of games?
Like you said, we got to keep working hard, keep going hard at practice. I think our bench has great energy. The student section has been amazing this year. So I think if we just keep doing what we're doing, keep providing the same energy we've been having, I think this is going to be a great season.
The height down low, you've got, I believe it's Caden Coleman, as well as Kern, who you were defending. Both of them are much taller than anybody that not much taller, but taller than anybody that we have.
Yeah. Locke, he kind of emphasizes working early before they get in the paint. If they're on the elbow, don't let them get low early. So, I think we again did that really well in the second half, much better in the second half. Working early, preventing them from getting easy second chance shots and just easy layups, and I think that's what led to that win.
You had a height differential there. You've got a really small guard and some big men. Going into the game, what were you guys looking at there?
Yeah, they were big. We knew that coming in. They had some, 6'5", 6'3", 6'3", that they had some more size than us, but that point guard is their best player, and we have some size on him. So they tried to attack us early in the paint, which I think was pretty successful for them, and we were a little bit lack of energy. So I think once we got a little more intense and kind of focused on what we need to do, we came back in that first quarter, and that set the tone for the rest of the game.
Wes Robinson, what did you say at halftime? 21 points coming out of the locker room. What changed there? I don't know if it was a matchup situation or you guys were going to him more, but he's certainly the hot hand.
No, I was speaking on the defense. We talked about how that kind of spurs our offense a lot too. So when we got turnovers, when we got stops, and Wes was able to attack against an unset defense, he's able to get to the basket. I think that gives the confidence at the perimeter shot. So it's all connected. The only thing I told him is stay connected, be our leader. You were a captain for a reason, and I think he takes that seriously. And so I think he showed in the second half that he's going to be a 4-quarter guy. So you stop him for 2 quarters, well, you got to stop him for 2 more quarters. And they weren't able to do that tonight.
Micah Cherian came in pretty quickly for you guys, and he made a difference. He hit some big threes. So what kind of difference did he make in terms of the energy? You guys were down 10-0 to start the game, believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. Micah's been playing some really good basketball. He's been playing a little bit of JV here and there, and he's been showing his skills at that point. So in the past, 5 to maybe 10 games, he's been really stepping into varsity role too. And tonight was a game we needed his length, his energy, his scoring ability. He kind of filled the stat sheet for us, and I think our whole team fed off that as well. So he stepped up, and we know that he's got the ability to be able to knock down shots and play good defense, and it's exactly what he did tonight.
And you guys went down 10-0 to start the game, as I had just mentioned. Shades of PV a little bit. How did you take that time out and reset the team?
Yeah, I think we were just a little bit flat. Phoenixville did a good job executing the game plan, but I think we didn't really provide enough resistance against them that we should have. And I think guys kind of took that to heart a little bit. And once we got that first bucket and the next bucket, we were able to set up our defense a little bit too. So I think it was just a mentality thing that, we've won, 12, 13 in a row right now. So sometimes you think the wins are just going to happen, but you got to, create yourself a new win every single time.
All right, thanks so much for the time.
All right, thanks, Al.